Welcome to the Branding RAFI Podcast.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Branding RAFI Podcast. I'm your host, Hector Sanchez, and today, my guest, Joeyboy. How are you doing?
I'm good. Wait, like this? What's up, my G?
Vibing, bro. How are you feeling?
I'm good, man. I've been ripping and running all day, but I'm looking forward to this. This is cool, man. It's called Branding RAFI.
Branding RAFI.
Branding RAFI. I love that name.
Yeah, so, I'm excited, bro.
Yeah.
I was telling Kyle how, I'm like, man, I was all nervous because I got Joey coming in. Joey's
I'm easy peasy. I'm easy. It's funny when people call me OG like 5-6 years ago. I hated it. I'm like, man, I'm getting so freaking old. Oh, it's the OG. It's the triple OG. I'm like, God damn. But now I wear it as a badge of honor.
Yeah.
And, I'm pretty proud at this point. I've been doing this 30 years in radio is crazy. 25 years in Phoenix. So I appreciate you, fam.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's funny because I didn't even know. I thought it was like 20 until you told me 30. I was like,
yeah, because people just think, some people think I'm from Phoenix, but I did radio before moving to Phoenix in 2002. So I've been doing this for a while. It's all I know, really. It's my passion. It's my love.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned the OG and getting upset about it because I actually called Ernie, my boy EC Rock. I called him OG the other day. He's like, OG. And I was like, did I do something wrong?
Yeah.
But
he's where I was about 5-6 years ago. When you hear that and you hear Unc, hear Unc, what's up, Unc? Oh, man, what'd you call? But now I embrace it. I am Unc, I am, and I like to pay it forward to all these upcomer people like yourselves doing podcasts and new radio cats, and I like to bend their ear like, oh, this is what I'm hearing. This is what you need to do. This is how you need to move because I was in your position. So I love it, man. So keep calling me OG. I love it. I did it before.
Yeah.
But I'm good with it now, man.
Yeah, well, no, I appreciate you coming on and showing me the ropes and everything. Yeah. So my first question, as far as, of course, speaking of OG, you're one of the OG ambassadors for RAFI Law Group. How does that feel?
It's dope, man. Like me and Brandon, when I got approached to do an accident attorney, a commercial, they literally came into the studio. Big shout to Jeff Salvano, who's still the sales guy at the radio station that proposed it. At that point, I was just hosting clubs. I was turning up. I was hosting like 6 to 7 clubs a week at that point. It was crazy. And it was money hand over fist. I was just out there all the time. So when I got an accident attorney, I'm like, what? I think you'd be a perfect guy. Let's change it up a little bit for you. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, all right. I was doing the afternoon show at 101.5 and I looked at this script of talking about this guy. And at that point, this was Branding RAFI with no beard.
Yeah.
This is babyface RAFI. He didn't have as many billboards. I kind of seen him around. And I'm like, how do I rock this? Like, how do I make this sound cool? And accident attorney just wasn't cool. And I literally, that day I got the script. I said, maybe I do a jingle for this.
Yeah.
Maybe I do something fun like a jingle. And I was playing around with his name, Branding RAFI, Rafi. And I thought about that song, Laffy Taffy. And it was as simple as that. I punched up the beat. Dun, 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 dun. Laughing. Call Branding RAFI. And then I had my show I had a few people come in the studio. I was like, hey, I'm going to say, call Branding RAFI. I want you guys to go, hey, call Branding RAFI. And that was the original jingle with the beat. Literally, it was the day of I got the script. I wrote this freaking jingle that everyone knows about. They changed it up a little bit, but the first one was called Branding RAFI. And after a few months, he called me. He's like, our phones are ringing off the hook because of that freaking jingle.
Yeah.
Oh, me and Brandon became fast friends. Brandon was like, thank you so much.
Joey.
Because this is why you hire an ambassador to bring more business.
Yeah.
And we just got really tight. We became really, really cool. We would have life talks. We would talk about when he first had his kids, about being dads and in relationships. And he was there for me when I was getting divorced. So people don't understand I have a relationship with Branding RAFI when he was a new butt with no beard. And I was this guy that was just a club kid host turning up. And this account, the RAFI account, RAFI Law Group, was the first kind of account where I kind of turned the corner to more like, all right, I could do other stuff with with my voice, with my talent, like writing a jingle. And and then since then we've been writing. He made me the first ambassador. I was the first ambassador and hosting events and wearing a Rafi t-shirt. And then more and more they would hit me up. Hey, we're thinking bringing more people. I'm like, cool. And then it grew and grew. I don't know how many ambassadors now there's like a dirty dozen at this point.
I think we're up to 13.
14.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shouts to the whole crew, man. It's dope. I love it when we all get together. Yeah. And it's a culture here. I love it here, man.
It's a great time.
Yeah. It's
funny because I was speaking to Ernie about the jingle, and then he was like, Joey, and he was, they told me the backstory and everything, and I'm like, it's crazy. I honestly didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I thought it was some other situation, but I'm like, damn, that's crazy. I didn't know that
That jingle literally came off of me trying to be cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Like, I'm going to sound like an idiot talking about an accident attorney. Mm-hmm. And then I just try to make it cool and came up with the jingle, and it caught on really, really quick. And they rock with it for, I think, a couple years just doing mine. And then they got a local rapper to do, they were going to rebrand them and just call them Rafi and drop the brand in. And it's taken off. And you can't come to Phoenix without knowing about 100%. Rafi. It's awesome.
And I used to work on the personal injury side of the law firm. And I was intake, so I was taking calls. And everybody would say, oh, I just got an accident, but I'm so happy that I call Rafi. They would say the jingle. And it just kind of, to me, it made me feel good because it kind of made it, they're going through a bad situation.
Yeah.
And then they kind of like, some way kind of make it feel like comedy,
I never looked at it that way, but you're right. It kind of lightens the mood. And how many times have you been driving and then you see someone in an accident and you see a Rafi billboard right behind them? Like, yo, that happened to me.
Did it?
Yeah, it coincidentally happened to me. I had an endorsement with Earnhardt. I still do. Big shout to Earnhardt. They had me like in a car, and a car just jumped up, sideswiped it, and I looked up, and there's the Rafi billboard. I'm like, I better call.
Yeah, it's funny from, I've recently moved to a new apartment, but in my old apartment, from my bedroom window, I can see a billboard.
Oh, really?
And I was like, man, like I can't escape my job. So I moved to a different apartment, and from my new apartment, not from my window, but like exiting out my carport, there's a little billboard right there. I'm like, damn, he's always looking.
There has to be a stat of an average of when you leave your house, how many seconds does it take to see a Branding RAFI billboard, bus stop, or bus?
Yeah.
There has to be a stat, man.
We have a stat that without you knowing, just driving to your job, you see one of our advertisements
easily
at least 6 to 8 times a day.
That's the
without
average?
Even knowing sometimes is what they calculated, and from what they told me. We might have to fact check that, just depending. But that's what I've been told.
That's amazing, man.
So yeah, a lot of people.
He's just good people too, man.
Yeah,
Branding RAFI, like the way he's elevated from at that point, this baby face guy on the billboards. Now I'm in a whole building called Rafi Hopes. Like, he's so into the community and giving back. I just did St. Jude's this weekend with some of the crew, and just everyone has such nice things to say about how much money he donates, how much time him and his wife Paige do. And he has that whole wing over there, Valley. I mean, it's just incredible that it's not just an accident attorney. Mm-hmm. Now he's literally doing so much for the community and giving back. And I love the way it's expanding. And it's just, again, the word is culture. It's such a culture here. Like when we all get to hang out, it's pretty special.
Yeah. It's funny that you say the word culture, because coming from the personal injury side, that's what he would always say. We need a good culture.
Yeah.
And that's how you build a solid foundation to have a good business.
In any business, in radio. Mm-hmm. I've been part of bad cultures at radio stations where there was egos, that the afternoon show wanted the morning show, the night show is trying to holler at the midday show, and it's just a bad culture. And I've been some part of a great culture. Like the station I'm at right now at Live 101.5, it's a great, amazing culture between everybody in that building. So it's kind of comparable when I come here. It's kind of the same vibe.
Yeah. So, I mean, enough of Mr. Rafi. Let's get into you yourself.
Let's do it.
I know you've done a couple of podcasts and people are asking the same questions. And I was thinking hard. I'm like, what can I do that's different? Joey's not just a regular guy.
Hit me with it.
So, Joey behind the scenes was giving me a lot of tips. And of course, I'm barely beginning my career as far as, with all this podcast stuff.
Yeah.
But, one question that I did want to ask you, have you ever, is there a question that that no one's ever asked you that you wanted someone to ask you?
A question that I wanted to be asked that they haven't asked. No, I feel like whatever someone's going to ask me is what's on their mind or on the listener's mind. So I never think about anything that I want to be asked. I think it's nice. I was just talking to one of my friends and they were doing a checkup. I don't know if you have certain people in your life that check up on you. Mm-hmm. There isn't much in mine right now. And I'm kind of upset about that because I'm going through a lot this past year. And you would expect certain people to check up on you. And when they don't, you feel a certain type of way. But the flip side of that, I've had a few people check up on me that I would have never thought to check up on me. Some, I'm very, very close with my Instagram fam. I do, as you know, everything on Instagram. If you want to know where I'm at, what I'm doing, it's on Instagram in my stories. I capture my whole life and you know what I'm doing all parts of the day. And there's been some Instagram fam that have been following me for years, if not decades, that they could know if I'm off, which is really crazy. They know you don't have the same smile. You don't have the same energy. Are you good? Hey, Joey, I was thinking about you today. That thing you said on the radio today, are you good? That means a lot to me. Mm-hmm. So a simple question to me to ask, how are you feeling? How are you doing? Something as simple as that. It doesn't have to be who's the biggest celebrity you interviewed? I've got asked that. But if someone just checking on you today, not last week, not what you did, not what you're excited about. Those are all cool. I'll answer those. No problem. But how are you feeling right now in this moment? Sometimes goes a long way with someone probably going through some shit. You just don't know what people are going through. That's why when I don't hear from them, I'm like, they might be going through things.
Yeah.
I try to basically understand. I saw an interview one time. It was so interesting. I don't know who it was, but it said, if you took a group of us, if you took all of us and we took all our problems and you threw it up in the air, and we all looked at each other's problems, you're going to grab onto your own.
Yeah.
You're not going to grab yours. I have no idea what y'all are going through, but I know what I'm going through. So I'm going to grab mine because I've been trying to figure that out. I wouldn't grab your problem. So I don't know what's going on in your life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get what you mean.
So I think I feel like every time I'm just like, man, where's my people's at? Why aren't they checking in on me? But then you get those other people that catch a vibe or I had a dream about you last night. You good? Like, what?
Yeah.
Thank you for asking. I was like, yeah, just keep me on your prayers. I'm going through some shit. I was like, but I'll be good. God got me. I'm straight. But just that simple question of how are you doing today, right at this moment in life? How are you feeling? That's big. Yeah.
It's crazy because the whole problem thing, what you're talking about, I sometimes I think about that too. Because I'm like, when I'm going through in the day and I'm like, man, I'm feeling down. And then I'll go get some food. And then I'm like, the person in front of me is probably going through something worse.
Yep.
So I feel like sometimes when I take a step back and look at it in that angle, I feel like it makes me feel better, lighten my day, because I'm like, you just don't know what other people
don't know what they're going through, man. So you get cut off. You're like, well, you have to step back. I'm Puerto Rican. I got hot blood in me. Back in the day, you cut me off. I'm racing you and say, what's your problem? Now when something cut me off, I'm like, man, maybe they got bad news they got to rush home to. Maybe they got an interview. They can't be late for this job. Now I put myself what are they going through right now that makes them have to do this? I'm going to take out of the equation that they're just being a jerk.
Yeah.
Why'd he cut me off? Man, you know what? I'm going to let that be. If he gets in an accident, call Rafi. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sweat the small stuff anymore. I let that go because everyone's going through some things, man. Life is lifing right now, bro.
Yeah. 100%.
People are going through some things.
100%.
And I'm a big advocate of self-care and mental right now of people. You just don't know where people are in life. So that's the long story long. When people check in on me, it means the world to me.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, another question, I know you've done a bunch of interviews, from celebrities to, business owners, employees, whatever the case is. How do you tell when someone's kind of performing or if they're being real or not? Can you tell or I'm
a pretty good judge of character, whether you're coming off real or not. I when there's an artist coming in, I don't like to meet them in the studio. I like to almost go out, wait, and see how they're interacting before they go into the studio. Because you could see if like, oh man, they probably did 6 of these today. They're just tired. Or I do my little research. Like we had Marlon Wayans in, and he looked pretty serious. He's a comedian, but I heard he could be difficult. I've interviewed Marlon before, so I've had both our Marlon when he was real cool. And just certain days you just tell he's tired or he has things going on. And so I tapped into what he's into. I looked on his Instagram. He's into golf. So I told my co-host JD, he's a golfer. Go get your putter, bring it in here. And he's getting the same, probably 3 questions every single. How is it to be one of the Wayans brothers? And when is, White Chicks Part 3? You know, he probably gets the same question. How was it being Tupac's friend? Man, we brought that putter out. We had him, bro. He was practicing with JD. JD was giving him advice on how to swing. And you just got to tap into something different or what they're into. What are they into?
Which I love golf too, by the way. So JD, we need to play. I've been telling JD we got to play.
I don't play golf. I heard he's really good.
That's what he was telling me.
Oh, yeah. He'll brag about it.
Yeah.
But I have friends that come into town and I tell them, yeah, hit up JD. He knows where all the courses that they go. They're like, man, your boy's really good. He's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to get you out there. Just to.
I can drive the car. It's EC and Matt Rich aren't good, right?
But and that's the thing. I always tell people, I'm like, it doesn't matter if you're good or
you're not
not
answering the question. They suck, right?
All right. They're not that good.
That's who I'll go with, man.
I was getting too PR. You're right.
Listen, I'll go with you, but you got to bring some people that don't know what the hell they're doing. I'm hanging out with them. I'm here for the beer and have a good time.
And that's what I was going to tell you. I'm like, sometimes how when you're talking about it, I'm like, man, like you're not, you don't feel good right now, or like, I'm going through it.
Yeah.
Like when you go out there and you're just having a good time with the boys, like it's almost like all that just goes behind you and you're just in the moment.
I need that.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe it can, it can help out.
A boys' night is needed. All I do is work and be a dad. And I should say, all I do is be a dad and do work because I put my kids in my priority. But every once in a while, I do want to have a boys' night out and do some different things. Yeah, absolutely.
And this would be more like a boys' day because it's like during the day.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but I like a good day fade.
A day fade.
Yeah. Drinking during the day, just vibing. And especially when you get golf in there, it's a good time.
Yeah.
But we have to pick a good day where it's not too hot.
Yeah. Well, that should be like now.
Yeah.
Because it's about to be a hot summer. I could feel it.
Which lately in the mornings, it hasn't been, it's been pretty cool.
It's been nice.
I've been getting up early to go work out. I see you always.
Yeah, I got to. That's been a game changer for me the past 6 months. Got a trainer, been working out, been eating cleaner, don't drink as much. And I suffered through a lot of anxiety the past few years, anxiety attacks, a couple panic attacks. It's been a tough 5 years. That pandemic messed everything up.
100%.
It's been bad the past few years, but everyone told me for years, you got to work out, you hit the gym. That wasn't me, but I'm really like, I got to work out tonight. I schedule everything around it. People are like, can you make it after this 5 to 6, Monday through Thursdays? And I try to do Saturday. They do a lift for me. You got to come out sometime. You got to come out.
I know you've been telling me, but it's funny because in my mind, I'm like, man, I got to get to the point where I'm already decent so I can hold my weight. And
it's not like that. I think everyone thinks that.
That's
it's a group workout. So everyone's at different levels of their life of why they're doing it. It's like a no judgment zone. We have older men, younger men, older ladies, younger ladies, moms, girls that are into fitness. So it's a really good group. We just motivate each other and we have fun. It's dope. Yeah.
No, and it's funny because I'm like, I always tell people like, hey, like, I don't care how good or bad you are in golf, just come golf.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I got to take my own advice.
Got to. You got to come out, man. I'm trying to work out to be a thirst trap at some point.
Yeah. No, 100%.
I got to let these young bucks know that I'm still in it.
I know JoJo's over there thirst trapping and why let us get some.
My son JoJo, man, he does barely wears a shirt. He barely wears a shirt. He's went out a couple of times. He could lift.
Yeah, no, it's funny. He's such a good vibe. Every time I see him, he's always like happy and
he's a good kid, man. Like I said, my favorite moments in life, like I'm throwing out the first pitch at the D-backs game this Saturday. I have a Mexico. Thank you. I'm going with the show. The whole show will be. Are you going to the game Saturday?
I can now.
Yeah.
I can now.
The whole show, the morning mess, throwing out the first pitch. I think it's like at 4-ish, 5-ish. I think it's
I can
late
probably
afternoon.
Make that, I'm going to. We're throwing an event called Afro Piano.
Oh, okay.
They have a 3-on-3 basketball tournament.
Oh, nice.
But I'm going to be there from Total 4, so maybe I can just.
Oh yeah, come on through. I mean, we have all these cool events we host and we get invited to. I have trips planned, but literally my favorite thing this weekend is tomorrow night. I'm gonna make dinner. I got my kids all weekend long.
Nice.
I'm gonna try to surprise the kids. Maybe invite some of their little best friends over. And JoJo's talking to some girl. He's gonna bring her over so I can meet. That's gonna be my favorite moment of the evening. I love being a father, bro. That's just like my ultimate. Everyone asks me like, "What's your favorite?" Being a dad, just being with my kids. I'm in my own zone. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good.
So another question that I have for you: you've probably influenced like thousands of people that you'll never meet in person.
Mm-hmm.
How does that make you feel? Does it feel like there's like a responsibility there, or?
Yeah, like even you calling for me, it's like, I got you. I like paying it forward. Because when I started, I had a few people that looked out for me. Hall of Fame, Walk of Fame, Hollywood, radio legend, Big Boy in LA. He's one of my mentors. He taught me a lot because we worked in LA. My first station was Power 106. I did nights. He did afternoons, and he would give me, my partner, some advice. Then he went to mornings, and we keep in contact. Every once in a while we catch up, but I feel like I owe it to not gatekeep and to the next generation of stuff, because I still learn from the young generation. It's not me just teaching. Sometimes like, yo, why'd you do this? Or that's interesting how you did this. Why is this, this app you put up? That's interesting. I was like, I'm not going to have enough ego to think I know everything. I think sometimes the student teaches the teacher, and, iron sharpens iron. You can both kind of win with that situation. Yeah. But it's dope when people come up to me and, I used to listen to you and you maybe want to get in radio, or these people that were my interns or my producers at one point, like Bootleg Kev. He's part of the ambassadorship now. He was my intern back in the days. Yeah. And he's one of my great friends. I came on his wedding and he's blown up. Oh, no. Kev is just like that guy. I love him. I'm so proud of him. But yeah, he was my intern for a while and promotion kid. And, and if you listen to radio out here, you see people I forget. I'm like, man, this person was my producer. Jello was a producer of mine one time, and he's doing his own show. And trying to think.
Was JD?
JD, yes.
In the past, right?
My co-host now, JD was my intern at one point. So we reunited after 15 years. We got back together, made him my co-host. So JD was my co-host. So a lot of these people you hear on the radio waves either were part of an intern of mine, promotion, we worked together, or they're cool. They come up to me and they're like, man, I grew up to you and I met you and you made me want to be on radio. So I think it's dope, man. I love it.
It's funny. I was doing some research on you and your Instagram, and I have a picture I'm going to bring up later of JD. It's comedy.
Oh, really?
But, yeah, it's funny. I'll bring it up later. But yeah, no, I appreciate you and the advice that you've given me. Because, I did reach out to some people and they kind of, it was like almost like a cold shoulder. Like they weren't like,
they didn't want to do the podcast?
Like, I feel like, no, like just telling me like, yo, like give me some tips on how I can improve and, what I can do better, how I can be better on the mic or whatever the case is. Kind of like gave me a cold shoulder. Or like if they want to give like.
They don't want to tell you their secrets.
Yeah. And I'm just like.
What do the kids say? Gatekeeping nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a rule when people join my show, because I've gone to different installments of the Morning Mess. This is probably like the 5th or 6th installment of different players coming in and out of my show. But like literally the first week on, I tell them, it is your job trying to grab my mic and take my mic. Mm-hmm. It is my job not to let you take my mic. That way, we are always kind of competing in a healthy way. I'm not going to let some young buck take my mic and be main mic. Yeah. But you should want it, because that's going to keep you hungry. Mm-hmm. You're going to want to work harder than me, but you're not. So it's not like it's that way. We are always pushing each other. Let's be better. I need you to be so dope. And you're like, I look at you like, damn, you are so close from hosting your own show. Yeah. I knew that from my last show. My last show, I had 3 people that aren't with me anymore. I knew Carla was going to do her own show. Mm-hmm. She was that dog. I took her under my wing. I taught her everything, and she's so funny. And I would tell her, I just talked to her a couple of days ago, caught up with her, and she's in Chicago. And I'm like, she's just dope. She's just naturally, she could do her own show if she wanted to. So it's exciting when you see people that you mentored are making it. So yeah.
I know, and you just had one of your live podcasts, which I went to, and I love that dynamic. You three, you, JD, Sienna. I'm like,
it's a vibe.
It's crazy because I'm over there as a student, just like looking up, and I was telling Frankie, I took Frankie with me. I was like, I feel like I got like a little bit of imposter syndrome. I'm like, man, I'm over here sitting down. I'm like, you guys are just killing it up there. It's crazy.
It's just when you have that chemistry, it's lightning in a bottle. And I've had that a few times in my radio career, but there's been a couple of times where it just didn't work out. A lot of times with producers. Producers probably one of the hardest things you can do in a morning show. It's a lot of work. So a lot of producers don't work out because, at some point the money isn't right. It's not worth, because the producer's endless work. And I get it. Or eventually they want to be on the radio, but their main job is editing behind the scenes, and they don't get along with someone on the show. So there's a lot of behind the scenes. Morning show and radio is hard, bro. It's a relationship. You see each other all the time. You're hungry, you're tired, you just saw each other. God willing, let me knock on some wood here. This is my last show. Like I end my career, I told them, I got love for JD and Sienna. And I told them, like, if you ever have an opportunity, just let me know. Just don't do it behind my back. Because people have done that to me before, and I see people do that to each other in radio. Don't do that, man. Have the respect for your partner. If you have an opportunity, give them a heads up. That way, maybe you could help out, find your replacement. You got to leave them in the cold, and you dip, and you're like, damn.
JD.
JD would be the one. He would leave.
I'm on you, bro. Don't do that.
Offer from Boston. He's gone. But no, I'm fortunate to work with JD. Like I said, I've seen that kid. I've known him since like 19, and now he's 37, 38. I've known him forever. And the way his growth, and he's so funny and he's so good. He's a hard worker, and there's a big brother, younger brother relationship. And then Sienna's a sweetheart. She's like my little sister that I just want to, protect.
Yeah.
So she's a sweetheart.
They're both dope and amazing. And I'm like I said, when I went to the show, it was. What
was your favorite part of the show?
I honestly liked when was it JD was doing that half flip, but then when he was on the ground and they were acting, that was funny because in my mind I'm like, are they playing or are they for real? Like I honestly didn't know, but yeah, that part was comedy.
Yeah, well the thing is with the umbilical cord, Sienna, her biggest question is when she's gonna get pregnant. She's tired of getting a damn question. Yeah. So I was like, are you scared of actually being in the? I think you're scared of the physical. She's like, yeah. I was like, well, if you're in there with your best friend and having a baby within the next couple of weeks, it's like if her father, the baby doesn't make it, you got to cut the umbilical cord. So that's what we did. We kind of reenacted of her cutting the umbilical cord, which made her kind of weirded out too. And we had JD be the baby.
JD. Yeah, that part was comedy. I like too when the proposal.
The proposal was us, the guy proposing to the girl on stage.
Yeah, that was dope. I honestly thought, I was like, wait, what's going on? Because you guys had me. I was like, I thought he was just a big fan. And I was like, why is he being so awkward? But he was nervous.
He was nervous.
And I'm like, at the end, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I guess him and his lady, and it's awesome. Him and his lady are big fans of the show. They listen together every morning. And she says she's a bigger fan. She's been listening to you, Joey, for a long time. I'm like, well, let's make this happen, bro. And then Gonzo from the D-backs was there to witness it. Yeah. It was just so much. We're already working on the next one. Probably be in summertime, but I have fun doing those, bro. I love meeting the fans of the show and getting their story and a freaking proposal.
It's a great time. It was funny too because I'm all waiting in line, ready to get a picture with you guys. And everyone's like, "Why are you waiting?" And I'm like, "I'm a fan." I was like,
you could have came straight up.
I know, but it was just me just showing love. It was a good time.
That. Yeah, it was good. It was good.
When's the next one?
Summer sometime. We don't know the exact dates because we usually do it on Stand Up Live, but they have sister comedy venues. So maybe we'll change it to Tempe Improv.
Okay.
Just to go to a different part of the valley and see how that goes. We're going back and forth. We keep it a Stand Up Live, which is a great venue. It's awesome. They're so good to us there. But their sisters are like, hey, maybe we try the Tempe Improv. Go more East Valley. Get more of Tempe, Chandler, and the East Valley to come out and stuff like that.
Just drove by there the other day.
When I went Tempe Improv?
Yeah. I was like, oh, this is where, because I've never been.
Oh, it's cool. Yeah. I'm doing my first event there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be dope.
Yeah.
It's going to be dope.
So I drove by and I'm like, oh, this is.
Yeah.
So my next question is, have you ever had a guest that you've never connected or you just didn't connect with?
Oh, yeah. Plenty of guests.
How do you deal with that?
You cut the interview short, man, because you're wasting everyone's time there. Like if you don't want to be there, you're tired. I mean, from the The worst, it was last year.
Can we cut this up? I'm just playing. I'm joking, bro.
The worst was Jeremy Pivens.
Okay.
Yeah, last year. He was horrible.
Damn.
He had an attitude and he didn't want to, he said it. He's like, how long is this going to be?
Okay, like right off.
Yeah. Right. He just didn't want to be there. And we just like, why are you wasting our time? Why be here? We're here to promote you performing at a comedy club. And if you don't want to be here, then we don't need to do. It was really weird. It was like some bipolar-ish, but that was pretty horrible. I did talk back in the days, T.I. was fighting with his baby mom on the phone. He walks in and we're live on the radio. Like, yeah, we got T.I. in the building. And he's just like fighting with his baby mama Tiny. And we're like, he's like, yeah, what it is. And he just like,
yeah.
And I was like, what is going on?
Did he have the hat tilted?
Oh, yeah. This is like classic T.I. Hat tilted to the side. And then, yeah, like we cut that one short. And he's looking at his record label rep through the window. And he's like, thank you for coming, T.I. He looked at us in disbelief. Like, how dare we cut the interview?
Yeah, but he was the one that was acting all.
Yeah. So we told the record, like, is everything okay? I go, no. He was a jackass. He's fighting with his baby mom. We're live on the air. What are we doing here? Does he want to promote his album or what? We're a radio station. We're not Dr. Phil. Unless he wants to talk to his baby mama on the air to make it salacious, cool. But he wasn't even listening to us. Tell him to be more professional next time. And they apologized. The next day they called us. T.I. apologizes. Can we do another interview? And like, nah, we good.
Damn.
Yeah.
Come correct next time.
I've interviewed him after that. And I don't know if it was that interview where he knows where he got to be more professional. But I think I've interviewed him like 2 or 3 times after that. He was mad cool.
Yeah. What album was you promoting at the time?
I think, was it I'm Serious? I don't remember, but this was like 2004, 2000, yeah. I moved here 2002, new studio, like 2004 T.I.
Okay, got it. Now, I mean, you know, like I said, I don't want to bring up previous artists, but what's the artist that you've connected with? Like really, like you're like, man, this person is dope.
A few artists come to mind. They just happen to be coincidentally they're Latino.
Okay.
Pitbull. I met Pitbull when he first started. I was a big believer. We broke his music here in Phoenix, and he never forgot that. And even if you ever seen, he's coming to town this summer, he'll always say the same thing. Phoenix is one of the first cities that broke Pitbull in the U.S. And me and my partner in radio at that time, we're the ones that broke it here. We had flew out to Vegas, and it was a Snoop Dogg concert, and he was opening up.
Okay.
And they had a bunch of music directors, and they were all surrounding Snoop. But at that point, we had interviewed Snoop quite a few times, but we were really impressed with this Latino. So we went to him, and he's looking around, me? And he had this big manager named Purple. And we just talked to them for a good 20 minutes. He's like, give me your number, whatever you need, da-da-da-da. And we hooked it up. He came into town, a promoter. I think his name was Martin Sanchez, who did a bunch of events. Big shout to Martin. And anytime Pitt would come in, he'd tap in with us. We connected him with promoters. We pick him up from the airport. We take him back to the hotel room with a car full of girls that were just already fans. So we hung out with Pitt.
Nice.
So till this day, when he comes to town, I tap in with him and they'll save me seats. I go, he'll shout me out on stage. He's just good people, man. He didn't forget where he came from.
Yeah.
So everything you hear, that preachy thing, it's not preachy. That's, he's about that life. He's a loyal dude. He's really cool. Baby Bash, another one. Baby Bash is a good industry friend. I'm upset this past weekend he was here, but I had to go to the St. Jude charity event. Yeah. He understood that. Me and Bash go back. Again, when he first started, we helped break his record out here and records.
I saw a couple of Instagram pictures of back in the day with you guys.
So many times I hung out with Bash and Frankie J. Frankie J is also an industry friend that we tap in with each other every once in a while. Those are probably 3 top ones. Nina Sky, I'll chop it up. Melody from the Pussycat Dolls, because she's from Phoenix. So I'll tap in with her. Just people I met through radio that we generally have this kind of cool connect. And we usually keep in contact through DMs. Some I have their phone numbers. I'll just tap in if I see them on the news or something pop up. Check up on them. But yeah, those are probably the top ones.
So, my next question is, if someone were to study your career 50 years from now, what would you want them to say that you were really good at? I've had morning show coaches, and coincidentally, they said, Joey, you really do good interviews. You make the artist feel comfortable
and to where we're just eavesdropping on a conversation. Because I think for most people that interview, their problem is when they interview someone, they ask them a question like, what's your favorite color? And without explaining why the color purple and the purple, but that interviewer, they're looking down to look at their next question. Your next question is what they're talking about, because you might have forgot that the person or didn't hear the person, my favorite color is purple. And my mom's favorite color was purple. And she passed away when I was 5. You missed that because you're looking at like, what's your favorite, vacation spot? And I see it a lot to where these interviewers, you got to study. You have to have a connection with the person you're interviewing with, because sometimes it's all right throwing audible. You go left. You weren't planning to talk about mom. You probably wanted to talk about the new music video or whatever, your tour. But now let's talk about mom. And I think morning show coaches have told me you're really good at interviewing, connecting with a person on a different level. Because when I talk to people, I don't know what I'm going to get. Yeah. I was like, oh man, I thought you were an extrovert. You're an introvert. Oh yeah. Like, what's your ideal night? Man, falling back at home. My kids. Like, me too. How many kids you got? Yeah. I got 3. Me too. Which one's your favorite? I ain't got a favorite. Everyone got a favorite. Come on. Who's that one that's going to change your diapers one day? They'll laugh and be like, all right, it's my daughter. Me too. Like what? I was like, man, I went to Target last night and my daughter made me spend $150 on this clothes but I'll do anything for my daughter. Now you've connected to them on a dad level. Yeah. Not the rapper that smokes and has all these groupies. You've connected with them on another level that they appreciate. I truly think that people have to remember these artists and celebrities, they're people. They have a crazy life, but sometimes they need that at that point. You're just talking to them as a human. Yeah. Understood. When you ask these industry questions, I think they tune out after a while. They've been asked that so many times, like if you interviewed Snoop, like, what's your favorite weed strand, Snoop? Which person got you the highest? He's been asked that so many times. You got to do something different with Snoop. Yeah.
100%.
So,
I mean, and that's how I was feeling with you. Cause I'm like, man, I got to ask him some crazy questions, but
you could ask anything. Now, I'm an open book. Go ahead.
Since you said that, have you seen my eyes look down at my iPad?
Yes.
Man.
I have.
I got to get better. No, but I have been trying to kind of throw an audible. So.
If you are getting somewhere with the interview and it's going somewhere, throw the questions away unless there's something you really want to ask. If maybe there's a hot 3 or 4, it's all right to look down a little bit, but just go with the flow with the person you're talking to. You'll get more out of it. From that person.
My next question that you brought up on your own, Ernie gave me this question, because I had to lean back on EC, OG, and he was like, ask him who's his favorite kid is. And I'm like, I'm not going to ask him that. And then he's like, but then right after the question, wait a little bit and then say, right now at the moment. And I was like, oh.
EC knows me. If you don't know about EC, EC is one of my good friends. EC is one of the funniest humans I've ever met in my life. People have no idea how funny this guy. He works here at RAFI. I'm the one that told RAFI about hiring EC. When I came on to RAFI, I thought his socials were dull. I'm like, all I see is like call, sticks to the number and just like this. I'm like, I don't get it. I got this guy. I think at that point, EC might have been producing my show at that point. He might have been my producer. Yes. And I was like, he's producing my show. He's so good at pictures and video. And he hired him on. So he knows me. He knows it. And I always have this theory that's proven. When parents have multiple children, you have a favorite, right? But sometimes you have a favorite of the week for a certain type of reason. So if you don't want to answer the question fair, you do have a favorite. Like I'm very close with my daughter, Gia.
That's it. I told him.
Gia's my heart. I raised 2 boys, raising them to be young men. When you're a dad and you're raising a girl, bro, it's different. It is different. I give her the world. I want to be the man that she's going to meet someday. I want to set the expectation. I feel sorry for this kid that meets my daughter because I treat her like a princess. I open the door. We have daddy-daughter dates all the time. I get her flowers. I talk to her with respect. I don't allow her to listen to certain type of music. Not only fathers is very important. You don't say your daughter's beautiful. You're so pretty. Tell them you're so pretty and smart. You got to build up your daughter. Don't think of it just looks. You are so smart, Gia. How did you figure? I'm like, are you? And I have a cute thing. I've never said it. Here's the one. When I see my daughter, I roll up on school. I embarrass her. I roll down the window and she sees me. She knows it's coming. How is it? And she already knows. It's going to be my thing till I die. I'm always going to yell out, how is it that you got more beautiful today? And she sometimes laugh. If friends are around, she'd be like, Dad. But it's going to be my thing. I always remind her how beautiful she is and how smart she is. But Gia has daddy's heart. But once in a while, you know, Cruz, my 11-year-old, impresses the hell out of me. And he's my favorite child of the week. Sometimes Jojo, my oldest, impresses me. I'm like, he's my favorite child of the week. You did X, Y, Z. You what? You took your brother and sister to ice cream without me asking you to? You took out the trash. You know, you checked in with me.
Yeah.
So that's just the fun that I have with have multiple kids.
Yeah, I like Cruz and J Bella's dynamic.
Yeah.
Like, I think you posted yesterday, she was drawing or she was doing something watching him practice.
You're watching him practice.
Yeah. And I was like, damn, that's chill. Cause like you're just there handling both things, you know, you got it down. So
yeah, it's crazy. They're like I call them Puerto Rican twins. They're like a year and a half apart and they have such a crazy bond and relationship. Remind me of twins, but they're a lot different. He loves sports and football and she wants nothing to do with sports. So I have to, you know, all right, let's go to Target, buy you some summer clothes. She got me last night for some clothes.
Man, those Target runs.
Like pick out that $5 little crafts thing that you can do in the bleachers while I'm watching your brother and running film on him. But it's fun, man, being a dad. You have kids?
Yeah, I have a daughter. She's 5.
Oh, God, I love 5.
Yeah.
4 and 5, 6. It's great.
Yeah. No, it's fun, you know, obviously I'm learning too. And
you get soft when you got her?
Yeah. And dude, right now she's in that zone where she just wants to go to Target all the time.
All the time.
And then I'm like,
who wouldn't want to?
I'm like, why do you deserve this toy? And then she's like, well, it's because I have 90 and I want to get to 100. I'm like, damn. Like, yeah, but she's the best.
Yeah, I love it. It's the best version of me when people like, well, who's Joeyboy? I go, first there's Joey, there's Dad, there's Daddy, there's Pop. All the kids call me some. She calls me Daddy. Cruz calls me Dad. And then Jojo, he calls me Old Man. Old Man, what are we having for dinner?
What?
Yeah, he's funny. He's funny, cracks me up. So yeah, Dad first and this Joeyboy. I'm pretty much the same on the radio as I am in person though.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now, what are you excited about? What do you have coming up?
A couple of things. We brought up earlier, I'm hella excited about doing my first event, my first individual event. I'm going to be under the umbrella of Joeyboy Presents. So I'm going to do a karaoke night.
Okay.
With my fine folks at Stand Up Live. They have all these other comedy clubs, and we're going to be doing it at Tempe Improv. So it's going to be May 17th. It's a Sunday, and I'm excited because this is my event. Usually I get hired out to do events, host events, and could you come show up for an hour and get on the mic? I'm doing everything. I'm learning how to do everything on my own. I'm hiring JD to be on the stage with me.
Okay.
And it's going to be karaoke night, man. It's going to be some talent. It's going to be people. I'm not asking for people that know how to say. It's karaoke, bro. Just let's have fun. And
like, who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just come on through. It's going to be dope. So I'm excited that this is the first event on the Joeyboy Presents. So I'm hoping to do it like once a month, maybe. I know there's another DJ like out in down south. It got so big, he's doing it once a week.
Yeah.
So it's going to be dope. There's that. And I just landed the partnership I'm excited about with Airstream. So I'm excited about that because I don't know how you grew up. My dad never took us camping, never took us fishing. We never did anything outdoors. We were raised on a concrete jungle of East LA. So we didn't do any of that stuff. Every blue moon, my dad would take us to the beach, but we never did camping. And my kids have friends that go camping and they talk. And we live in Arizona. I mean, there's Sedona, Flag.
There's a lot of,
There's so many spots. So big shout out my boy Freddie. Oh, I call him OG Freddie. He's like my brother. He's one of my best friends. He's one of the ones. Checks, how are you, brother?
I heard his name a couple of times be mentioned, so I got to meet Freddie.
You got to meet OG Freddie. He is connected. Everybody knows this guy. If you go out with him, he's like part responsible of the marketing and promotions of like the Hash Kitchens.
Oh.
He's one of Chef Joey's best friends. He was the president of the Jabberwockies. He's like the Asian Forrest Gump. Okay. Like he's done everything. And he's one of my best friends. And he's like, Joey, Airstream. I go, Airstream? He goes, yeah, you know, the silver Twinkies, you know, the campers. I'm like, I've never camped. He's like, what? This will be perfect. It's like new year, new you, new Joey, new adventures. I'm like, bro, I could take my kids camping.
Yeah.
It's almost taking care of my younger self. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I get what you mean.
Taking the younger me camping. So I got the partnership. So I'm excited about that. So I'm going to go get fitted for my Jeep Wrangler and get me a silver Twinkie.
Nice.
And take my kids camping, man.
Dope.
I'm crazy excited about the partnership. I went, took a tour, and those cats, Peter and them at Airstream, they're amazing. I'm going to have fun with this one.
And that's what you were telling me on the phone, right? That you
It was pending an announcement, and
you heard it here first.
yes, I'm official
Or
partner
it's
with
probably on
Airstream.
Instagram because I think you had posted something.
Hey, I said it's coming soon. It'll be on, but this is the first podcast I'm talking about it.
Oh, that's why you asked me when it's going to air.
That's why I asked you, when is this going to air? Because you would have got if it would have been out, you know?
Yeah.
Some people flip their podcast pretty quick,
100%.
but you got, how have your guests been? How many guests? What guest am I?
You are number 6.
6. Wow.
6.
Okay.
Yes. I've had a couple of people and everyone's been great.
Yeah.
Honestly. And even like me, as I go, I can see myself improve.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was telling my boy Kyle, I was like, I just feel like I'm getting reps right now, you know?
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
Getting reps. And
You watch the podcast over?
yeah, I watch it so many times sometimes that I'm like, I text Ernie, I'm like, maybe we need to put some tape back there or something, like, you know? So yeah, I watch it a lot. It's like watching game film.
I never watch my podcast back.
If that's what I want to get to that point where I don't have to watch it.
Yeah.
Because I know it's good.
Yeah.
But I'll get there.
No, I respect people that watch it back. Sometimes my schedule's so hectic, I don't have time. And that's funny because sometimes I would talk to these actors and interview actors like, when's the last time you saw this movie? They're like, oh, I haven't seen that in a year. I'm like, really? That's a classic. Now I kind of got us like, I do these podcasts every week with my show. I never watch them because I don't have time to sit down for an hour because I got to go pick up kids. I got to take a practice. I got to go meet with Heck. I got to go to this dinner. So I just run out of time where I forget to check it out, but hopefully it lands well. People enjoy it.
No. Now, I know we brought up JD a couple of times on this episode, and I was doing a little snooping on your IG, aka research and development. But I found this picture. Tell me what was going on during this time that you had to post this. Let me pull it up. And it's about JD. I'm gonna put the screenshot up on the screen. What was going on right here?
What is this? I posted this?
Yes.
There's how old ago was this? Oh my God. What? How far did you go back? Like all these pictures are.
I had an hour to snoop, you know, so I was going, it probably took me like 10 minutes to get down there.
This is JD when he was little, look, 15 likes. What year is this? That was a while ago.
It says on there 2013, October 25th.
2013. Oh yeah. I have no idea. That was 2013 is diabolical. What is doing the math?
Right
How
before
long
Halloween.
Is it? 12, 13 years ago. I'm trying to think. He might have been, was he my intern? No, he was my intern way longer ago than that. Maybe a couple. Yeah, he's young JD.
It's JD throwing up the West Side.
Yeah.
And it says, there's always that one person you want to punch for no reason every time you see them. And I saw that. I'm like, I was like, what was going on through his head?
Well, JD is this white boy from the Bay Area, but unfortunately for him, Sienna, our other co-host, and her husband was visiting the Bay, so they decided to pay a visit to his mom. And she's like, Joey, it's like literally a white picket fence neighborhood. It's a safe name. He tried to claim he's from the Bay Area and be hood. I'm like, yo, you were that white boy. They try to be so down, bro. Yeah. I go, stop. So every time we saw JD, until this day, he tries to be like, yee, Bay Area. I'm like, man, stop that. You shop at Urban Outfitters. Stop that. So it's probably picking on him when he was an intern trying to be cool, and he's funny. We still roast him.
I'm gonna send him that text.
You got to.
I'm gonna screenshot and send
You got to send me that because how long did you have to scroll to get to that?
I told you it took me like 10 minutes.
Really?
And I was like going down because I'm like, this would be funny. This probably won't. And I'm like, whoa, this is comedy right here because it's like, I was like, what was going on? In my mind, I was thinking, what was going on?
We were trying just picking on he's an intern.
Yeah.
Like you went to the Aftermath podcast live. You saw him do the hat trick. He did that trying to impress Chris Brown when he looked like that.
Okay.
And he missed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, get out the studio. You know, so.
He probably did that 1,000 times in the mirror after that.
Oh, after that, yeah. He got his reps in.
Yeah.
He's funny, dude. But he could take a joke. But that's a good bit you do. You just get your scroll on. I like that. You should do that with all your guests. Just scroll down as far as you can. It might take a while and show them because I don't even remember posting that 13 years ago.
It's funny because I was studying you while you were doing your live podcast, and I was telling Ernie, I was like, what is these like kind of segments that they do? And Ernie's like, it's called a bit. And I'm like,
yeah, it's a bit. Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? When Joey comes, I'm going to do something similar.
I love it.
So that was the first time we did it. We might do a little bit more.
You should do that everything because I think you take people just laughing, just like, dude, what is that? Why did I post that?
And then you did tell me, you're like, kind of like when you said, ask me or think outside of the box. You're like, ask me questions that are going to stump me. And I'm like, yeah, this is going to stump me. That's how you're like.
I like that. You just need to call it something. Like you call it 10-minute stroll or scroll.
You're right.
Call it a 10-minute scroll. I'm gonna scroll for 10 minutes or whatever, or make it a weird number. I'm gonna do a 7-minute scroll and just scroll and hit the 7, stop, and just talk about that picture. Maybe you video it.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, it's time for you to do it. Like
Joey's so smart, just coming up with jingles, bit names.
I just when I like something, I like it.
Maybe we might call it the Joeyboy scroll. And then
there it is.
Something like that.
That's tight. I like that. You should do it everywhere because I think people will be like, oh my God. Because if you interview a girl, and I'm sure you're going to, and you do a scroll 13 years ago, bro, they're going to be like, what? I was rocking bangs or, what am I wearing?
They had the tees or whatever they used to do back then.
Some girls would shave the side of her head, that would be funny. You should do that. That's cool.
Yeah. If you don't I'll definitely
if you don't, I'll steal it. That's funny. I like that.
Go ahead. Take it.
That's good. I like that.
Well, I won't take up too much of your time. Thank you so much for coming.
Absolutely, man. You did a great job.
Fun. I think we might need a part 2. But before we close out, if we had to give you a billboard, where would you want a billboard at?
Oh, I love that question. The Joeyboy bill have to be on Thomas Road. Has to be on Thomas Road. Thomas Road stays lit. What's a busy intersection? Because you have to think the business aspect out of it. You want a busy Thomas Road. I feel like crazy things happen on Thomas Road. Is it 24th Street where that Home Depot is? Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell you one thing. True story. One time I was driving home. And by the way, I started an account that nobody knew it was me. Here's an exclusive. 10 years ago, I did an IG account called Thomas Road Stays Lit. And people would submit crazy things that they seen on Thomas Road, and I would just post. And it became I got a lot of followers, and I got so many DMs. One time, I noticed this. It was these 2 homeless guys. They're on 10 speeds on opposite side of the parking lot. Now, I'm just parked at a red light. Like, what are these guys doing? And they had like brooms or something.
Yeah.
And they started pedaling towards each other like a joust. And I'm dying laughing. And I didn't think to record it because I'm like, this is not happening.
Yeah.
And they were jousting on bikes, tore up bikes. And one knocked the other off. But he was serious. It wasn't like a joke. They weren't laughing. They I guess settled in a disagreement, jousting on Thomas Road. So yeah, Joeyboy billboard, Thomas Road and 24th Street near that Home Depot. That's where mine would be.
And then just have a bunch of videos of people jousting.
We're jousting. Yes. You get injured, call Rafi. Yeah.
That's a good spot. I'm going to try and negotiate it. I'm going to tell Mr. Rafi, see what we can do.
Please. I wrote the jingle, Brandon. I mean, can I get one billboard for, I don't know, a week, a month? You know what I mean?
I think we can tie that into the ambassador.
Can you?
We'll figure it out.
All right.
I'm a good negotiator.
I appreciate that, family.
I appreciate you so much for coming on.
Yes, absolutely. All day.
Everyone, just make sure you guys like, subscribe, share.
Yes.
And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Welcome to the Branding